Two real geeks here today. We're at the Lunchbox Museum here in Georgia, Columbus, Georgia to be exact.
Super psyched.
Yep, it's our first.
I've been waiting for this one for a while.
Yeah, it's our first time here. It was part of our roadside attractions videos that we're gonna bring to you. We don't just do theme parks. So we're gonna break you inside and see what's going on. All right, here we go.
Let's check it out. Alright, we're here inside the Lunchbox Museum. It is the largest collection of metal lunchboxes anywhere. And Danny's over getting some more info from one of the proprietors. And I'm starting to check out the collection, which the minute I get here is already awesome. Check it out. Pigs in Space lunchbox. There's an Annie. Mickey Mouse Club. I'm next to a giant fan right now, so sorry. Ooh, Secret and Nim. This was the thermos from the strawberry shortcake lunchbox I had when I was very young. I had a Sesame Street, but it was, I know, green around the outside. I have to see if I can find it. Ooh, look at this snow mushroom. Fabulous. Try to get a good view of some of them so that you guys at home can see if there's any that you remember. Oh, the E.T. lunchbox. Is that Mork and Mindy? Haha. Awesome. Like, yeah, the thermoses are all mixed in. It's so cool. Ooh, there's a strawberry shortcake one. That's not the one I had. Oh, I think that is. Yeah, that looks like mine. Yay, I saw it already. That didn't take long. Party Boys. One of the old Star Wars ones. That's a plastic A-Team from the 80s for sure. Return of the Jedi metal lunchbox. Gosh. Oh my god, Popples. There's two. Oh, there's more Pigs in Space. I think that's the same as the other one. And then there's a second one. This is so cool. There's like, I'm gonna, ooh, Holly Hobby. Another Popples. This is an amazing collection. I'm gonna try to get as much of it as possible for you guys, but I don't know if there's any way I could get all of it. That's really cool. Oh, another Holly Hobby. Bee Gees. Hair Bear Bunch. Oh, the Muppet Movie. Ooh, an old Disneyland metal lunchbox. Like, there's a couple duplicates here and there, but gosh, there's just so much to see. Oh, Return of the Jedi thermos. Bam. So cool. Another Disneyland metal lunchbox. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Oh no. That is the strawberry shortcake lunchbox that I had that thermos went with. Oh. Okay, so that one I was definitely looking for. The other one I had was the green Sesame Street, so I'll see if I... Care Bears, which I'm rocking my Care Bears. So, Incredible Hulk lunch pail. There's a Weezer. Oh, Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. That's another Sesame Street one, not the one that I'm looking for, but Mickey and Minnie, Wonderful World of Disney. Woody Woodpecker.
I was just told this Rambo lunchbox is the last metal lunchbox
Oh, really?
made. Yeah. The guy that brought us into this room of wonderful history
It's
told
amazing.
me just now that one of the people who were in here cleaning and dusting the area actually lifted a lunchbox. It just didn't feel right. It was like off balance. And inside the lunchbox was actually a petrified sandwich and banana.
Oh my god.
But not only there was this petrified sandwich and banana, there was a Twinkie still in the wrapper.
No way.
And the Twinkie was still soft.
No way.
Yeah. So Ghostbusters were right, guys. Twinkies don't go bad. And
See, one I haven't gotten to show you guys yet. Above the lunch boxes, there's the old metal snack trays that you used to eat on as a kid. I'm not tall enough to get those. Danny, take that.
yeah, I got it.
There's an Annie, Cabbage Patch Kids,
Yep.
a Thundercats one that we actually had in my
Is it
house.
Thundercats?
Like, we had that exact one.
Batman,
We had that Smurf one right there.
E.T. I had the Smurf one too. Wow. Walt Disney. Little cowboy one. Transformers. You can see the history on these things, on how they were used. Just like this, these were definitely used, and this is how a collection should be. You show the history of how they were used. He-Man. Empire Strikes Back. And here's another Empire one. With the thermos. Return of the Jedi. This. There you go, guys. All you Disney fans out there, is another Peach Dragon one. That's awesome. An Addams Family lunchbox. That is great. The original Charles Addams drawing for the Addams Family. It is great. Another Return of the Jedi one. Wow.
See, I don't know what this does for that whole Mandela effect with the Berenstein Bears, because I sure remember it that way.
Let me give you
but
what
this
Jess
is really old.
Jess is saying with the Mandela effect. I'm just gonna give you guys a rundown. So if I'm wrong, Jess, correct me please, because you know better at this than I do. So you see here it says the Berenstein Bears, right?
It's wrong.
Now they're saying that is wrong because it says the Berenstein Bears, or
when I was a kid, it was the Berenstein Bears. Now all of a sudden it became the Berenstain Bears at some point.
look at this Grizzly Adams lunchbox. It's really cool.
So over here where I took this foot, look, there's a Laughing. Awesome.
Pac-Man.
Masters of the Universe.
Another He-Man one, a Cabbage Patch one. Lassie.
Another Disney.
Here's another Disney one. I guarantee we're going to find a lot of Disney ones here.
Yeah, I filmed a few.
That's really cool. Sorry guys, there's a big fan in here.
There's the 18th thermos that was.
Here's a Knight Rider. Pity the fool. The drink's out of that. Oh wow. Here, Disney guys. A Walt Disney World lunchbox. That is so cool. So I just want you guys to know too, is I believe these are actually purchasable. Ren and Stimpy lunch tray. Wow, we're not actually going back that far. but this is definitely used. That is so awesome. And Dukes of Hazzard right above it. And the original Avengers, basically. And way up there is a Pac-Man. We'll get into that for you. That's awesome. Eat your dinner on that tray and playing Pac-Man too. That's cool. Howdy Doody, the Barbie one. Wild Frontier, Star Wars again.
Herself the elf. Oh my god, I had those books.
It's another Ghostland. Mickey Mouse Club. That is great. Because, you know, who's the leader of the pack? It's another Rocky and Bullwinkle one. The same one's on the wall over there. It's another Mickey Mouse Club one. There's Mary. Mickey Mouse Club again. It's a big box of Cracker Jacks. Disney on Ice. It's a Disney School Box, Lunchbox. Jess just found this, the Universal Monster Lunchbox. That is so cool. I see one right behind you that I want to get. It's more of a modern day one, the Jimmy Neutrons.
I had this weirdly random Cabbage Patch one when I was little. It's
That's so
weird.
creepy.
I know. And I had it.
You just had that Lunchbox. No wonder. No wonder. So these, in these cases, are actually really rare Lunchboxes. So I'm going to go through this with you guys. I'm going to show you one of the rarest and hardest ones that you can actually get. This is Woody Woodpecker, Del Monte. That's actually kind of cool.
Italy.
Yep.
Japan.
There's another Snow White one here.
From Spain.
That's from Spain, guys, right there. Hello Kitty.
These are all from Japan, the Hello Kitties.
Yep. There's more Italy ones. A Mickey Italian Lunchbox. That's kind of cool. And the one in the back there, too. Star Trek, Lost in Space. Have lunch with Snoopy, guys.
I'm Mr. Man.
Just found a Mr. Man Lunchbox. Roy Rogers. The Chuck Wagon. Bozo the Clown Lunchbox. That is great. The Jetsons one here with the thermos. Space Cadet. There's a bunch of Space Cadet ones here. It's kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of the Astro Orbiter. This Lunchbox here reminds me of the end of Spaceship Earth at Epcot when they do the photo that pops up. Space Corps. Action Jackson. Wow. Atomic Ant. Dudley Do-Right. Go Underdog. It's a Batman one there from the 1966. Dick Tracy next to that, 1967. Green Hornet there from 1967 also. Daniel Boone. So that Gunsmoke one right there is actually from 1959. And an Annie Oakley one from 1955, sorry. The Beatles. There's another Disney one there. There's a Disney shelf right here. Check that Lunchbox out, guys. This is Disney Lunchbox from 1935. Superman. So here we go. What I'm going to show you here, guys, is actually very rare. Toppy was actually from Kroger. That lunchbox right there, there's only one of 12. That lunchbox right there, there's only 12 of those lunchboxes made. This museum has one of 12 of those lunchboxes. We found out the price that they paid for that lunchbox here. I can never, ever pay that much for a lunchbox, I think. Some more lunch trays, Popeye lunch tray. The Heathcliff, Buck Rogers thermos. Here's the Peach Dragon thermos. Nightmare thermos, Sesame Street. Yo, Joe. Wow, here you go. Roger Rabbit thermos. Wow. Bugaloos. Dragon's Lair. Oh my gosh. All you gamers out there would appreciate the Dragon's Lair one. Here's another Bugaloos. Here's the Addams Family thermos. Care Bears. There's a thermos for the Smurfs. Here's another Care Bears. Planet of the Apes thermos. Fraggle Rock thermos. Here's another Addams Family. So cool. A thermos from Star Wars. Battlestar Galactica.
Mork and Mindy.
Mork and Mindy, wow. Wow.
Oh wow.
Gizmo!
Look. An old bed knobs and broomsticks lunchbox. That's awesome.
That's so cool.
A Harlem Globetrotters.
That's awesome. This little Fisher Price lunchbox. That's cool. Elvis. A bazooka. There's another Peanuts.
That strawberry shortcake lunchbox belonged to Mandy Fields.
Yeah, I wonder if Mandy Fields knows that her lunchbox is here. Her little strawberry shortcake lunchbox is here. That's awesome to see who actually owned that. Here, check this out. That Star Wars lunchbox has definitely been used. Some older tins. If you were a construction worker, you would definitely using that. Thanks for the singing, Jess. There's another Marvel superheroes one.
It's freaking Witchy Poo.
Oh,
so
wow.
Awesome.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Sorry guys, we're not showing ourselves that much today, but I'm sure you don't want to see us. You want to see these lunchboxes more. Flintstones and Dino. The Roadrunner. That's, I don't know what to call that. It's definitely an antique collectible item right there. Walt Disney World lunchbox again. I'm kind of feeling these Disney World lunchboxes. Fox and the Hound. Yogi Bear. You can actually write on this with chalk or crayon. That is so cool. I wonder how many kids drew what on there. Snow White again. Muppets. It's another Snow White. Turn flipper. Guys, if any of you had any of these lunchboxes, let us know down below. I want to know what you guys have had in here, what you guys have seen out there, used, or what. Subscribe to our channel, comment, like, share this out there. I know everybody's going to want to see this. Cartoon Zoo. That's great. James Bond's. Giant lifesaver. I guarantee lifesavers came in that too. That's awesome. It's from 1950. Now that's a thermos. Here, check this out, guys. This old Disney record player here. Star Wars one. That's awesome. These are not the droids you're looking for. This Roy Rogers thermos. It's literally aluminum. It's not even the WWE, but it's the WWF with Hulk Hogan on there. That's great.
When it was real. WWF. I don't know what a WWE is.
It's Disney one. Winnie the Pooh. Check this out. Delta Airlines thermos. That's kind of cool. Wuzzles. Check out the Wuzzles. That's cool. Wait, this is the one I want. So cool. An Alf lunchbox. Smurfs. Pound puppies. There's another Pigs in Space. I know we saw that one earlier. This is really cool here.
Ooh.
Minute Maid fruit punch. The frozen fruit punch.
Lidsville. Another Sid and Marty Krofft lunchbox. Very awesome.
That's awesome. Super Friends. Rudolph. A Goofy one. There's Yogi's gang right there. Ronald McDonald as a sheriff. It's kind of cool.
That is really weird and random.
Yeah,
actually.
McDonald's did a lot of that though. I actually had this Garfield thermos.
The Flying Nun.
The Flying Nun. Coca-Cola. Disney's Robin Hood. Wow, it's awesome. This thermos actually reminds me of the cups that you used to be able to buy in Sesame Place. 18-wheeler. But guys, the truth is out there. Junior Mints. Got Muppet Babies. Hong Kong Phooey. The Hanna-Barbera gang. I like that one. It's kind of cool. This is the Muppet thermos. Land of the Giants. This probably goes to that school bus Disney lunchbox that we saw. I would have to assume. Wow. I would definitely have to say Casey Jr. is on the Big Thunder Mountain right there. Or Mickey Mouse Club. Wow. Wow. Wow, that is old. Wow.
Another Annie.
Kool-Aid. There's the Annie Jess was talking about.
That's another one.
The Muppet Show. One. That's cool. I like that. And this is this is the Pigs in Space. Yeah. Got E.T. There's a lot of duplicate lunchboxes in here, which is actually kind of cool. Super Mario Brothers. This actually looks like it was off of the cartoon.
The original creepy doll. Before Chucky, you had Teddy Ruxpin talking in your room when you didn't want him. Not in my room.
Only if you had a tape in there.
My friend had him.
Check it out, Howdy Doody. Braves. That was probably a giveaway night at for the Braves. That looks like another giveaway night for the Tampa Bay team. Garfield. There's a Pinocchio throne this year. It's kind of really cool right there. Barbie Rockers.
It's Barbie and the Rockers. Okay, they were a band.
Oh, Barbie and the Rockers. Sorry, Jessica has corrected me.
They were a band.
The Jetsons. See, I'm obsessed with the Jetsons. Jess finds it weird because she finds them creepy or something. I don't know.
No, they're not creepy.
Aladdin.
Which is whatever. So I found like 3 or 4 different like lunchboxes with the shirt tails on them. I don't know if anybody else remembers this. And I don't really remember them having a point other than that they were cute animals in shirts, but
I don't even remember them at all, so.
no, they would have been a little bit before your time.
Jabberjaw. Hercules. I like that Scooby-Doo one. There's another Dick Tracy one. Barney. Double Dare. That's awesome. You know, and I was about to say this too is, well, what about the Snarks? And there they are. That just made my day to see the Snorks. Bunch of old record players that you had as a kid.
Beanie and Cecil. My mom used to make me watch that cartoon when I was little. It's like, that's crazy. That must be so old.
Wow. It's an old Beatles Let It Be single right there. It's an old Pan Am, American Airlines, Continental Airlines lunchbox. That's awesome. Hey Willie!
Pretty well read.
Junior Nurse lunchbox. Pebbles and Bam Bam, wow. I haven't seen that in a long time. The Mystery Machine. Sherry Lewis with Lamb Chop and the gang. Smokey the Bear. Popeye. Little Brady Bunch one there. The Osmonds, wow. Partridge Family. The Archies. The Transformer here. I've been seeing a lot of the E.T. one. Tarzan, the original Tarzan though, that's awesome.
Check out that Munsters one. It's
That
really
is
cool.
awesome.
Look at the thermos. It's awesome.
Yeah.
They're in really good condition too.
That's why they're in the cases here.
Yeah.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Speed Buggy. Looney Tunes right there. A-Team one back there. Another James Bonds. Check these out. These are like the 1940s. Traveling to school in the 60s, the 40s, or you know, in the 70s, you're carrying this heavy lunchbox. I'm so glad that we just brown paper bagged it most of the time. This is an electronic lunchbox. That's crazy. Kermit. Welcome back, Cotter. Check the tree out, guys. It is so cool. What kind of woodland creatures are living in this thing?
Cool ones.
Yeah, cool ones. Ones that know how to eat lunch. Bewitched. You got King Kong. Animal Friends. Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. Hey, look, Woody Woodpecker's home.
Some vintage Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola one here. It's on a Coca-Cola tray too. Coca-Cola, 5 cents everywhere.
It's a little lunchbox that looks like
It's a 6-pack. It's a little Boy Scout canteen. That's cool. There's a belt clip on it. So that's where you actually went into to go to the Lunchbox Museum. Definitely, if you're in this area, definitely come down and check it out. They did that.
I mean, like, we showed as much as we could, but there's no way we could check everything. There's so much to see, and there's stuff way up high.
Right.
More trays, old tin garbage cans and stuff like that that were up top.
Yeah.
So, plenty of stuff that I'm sure that we missed.
For the $5 to get into it, it's definitely worth it.
1000%. It's
1,000.
really cool.
Where it is actually we're in an antique shop, so we're going to share the rest of the shop too at the same time, because there's some really cool stuff in here. Really cool stuff.
Check it.
Some old roller skates here. We got Chewbacca. Let's see. Wow. Chewbacca's actually sealed up in there and everything. Small hobo clowns. Oh my gosh. So we had this growing up.
Did you really?
Yeah, we had this growing up. That is so cool. He's actually a puppet. Oh wow.
I hit the jackpot.
Jess has definitely hit the jackpot over here.
Now this is really old stuff here. Some old pens. There's a bunch of really cool stuff down here. An old slave Leia doll in the back. I don't know if you guys can see that one because of the plastic. Some old phones, the Mickey Mouse phone. A really awesome strawberry shortcake phone that I've never seen before, but I really want. An old holiday Barbie. I had a bunch of those too. Oh my god, that freaking mouse. Like, somebody in my family had that, or I don't know. I recognize it though. Some old Simpsons dolls from when it first came out. That's a phone. That's a really cool Goofy phone. Old pop-up book. I think those are old model train cars. Really cool. There's so much stuff to see here. Some old Kiss merchandise. Old metal toys.
Oh wow, some old toy revolvers.
Yeah. Tons of stuff to see in here.
It keeps going on and on.
I found a bunch of what is like the sides of old video game units from like arcades. Like there's a Pac-Man one over here. I don't really know what all these are from. A lot of them don't have the names on it because, you know, most arcade games don't have the name on the side, but there's a bunch of them and they're really pretty cool. Got a whole room here full of records that you can look through. Some comic books. What did we find back here? There's a lot of pictures.
It's an old movie light.
Oh wow.
Actually, to project the different colors, all right here. It's a big light.
There's a lot of really cool old pictures. And this creepy dude and his friend are staring at me. Bunch of typewriters. It's pretty awesome.
I wonder what's actually written on these.
Old coffee makers.
It's a whole stove.
Yeah, that stove is amazing.
There's a timer on the side too.
Like I said, tons of stuff to see. An old bubblegum machine.
Wow. It's an old electric engine starter. Like a mechanic shop would actually have these.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. That's how far technology has gone. Not even gonna lie, if it wasn't for digital cameras and we stuck with these, we'd not be doing what we do today online for YouTube, social media, and all that. Lugging these around would seem ridiculous now, but lugging something around like this when they were first came out definitely was high class, you would say, especially with if you were fortunate enough to have a camera like that. Definitely no room for error with editing or deleting a photo. Some old cars here, some models, more models down here, remote control car down there, some old car emblems here. Some more model cars up here. I see you creeping over there. What are you doing? I'm watching you. We moved down here from New York about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
So, are you originally from here in Georgia?
Yes,
or
Columbus
just...
all my life.
There you go.
85, July the 10th.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
God bless.
Thank you.
So, do you remember what your first lunchbox was?
Yes,
What was it?
a brown paper bag.
I think that was every kid's first lunchbox.
But it was a brown paper bag. But loving antiques and collectibles back in the mid-'80s,
Right.
I was at a big antique show in Atlanta,
Okay.
and on a table there was a green Hornet and a Dick Tracy and what was that other? Woody Woodpecker.
All right.
And I looked at those and I said, oh, the artwork, those things, they're nice.
Right.
They're cool.
Right.
And the Green Hornet and the Dick Tracy reminded me of back in the 40s, which I can remember, there were radio serials of Dick Tracy, the
Right.
Green Hornet,
Right.
Cato, and you know,
Right.
the whole 9 yards, and we used to listen to it.
I know, honestly, I really, like, that just brings out your imagination more
Yeah.
than today's cartoons and movies and stuff.
Right.
Like, I would love for that to make a comeback somehow.
So,
but,
you know, that brought back those memories, and I picked up and looked at them. I said, this is great pop art.
right.
So I bought all 3 of those.
Great.
And that was the beginning. And then I started kind of keeping my eye open for lunchboxes at flea markets, estate
Right.
sales, antique shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I started buying them up and saying, well, I wonder how many there really were.
Right.
And
Oh,
we
yeah.
started researching it. And I talked, and this was really before we were doing the internet, before we were on the internet. But back in the 80s, I heard about a man in St. Louis, Missouri. His name was Robert Carr, Bob Carr. He was a professor of psychology at the university up there in
Right.
St. Louis. So, and I heard he had a big collection of lunchboxes.
It's amazing the people you find that have collection of obscurities, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's fun.
So I found out how to get in touch with him. I called him and talked to him. And he actually put out a little lunchbox called The Paleologist,
Okay.
a little newspaper every
Okay.
month talking about what's going on with lunchbox collecting.
Wow.
And this is in the late 80s.
Right.
So this was pretty good. So I read in the Atlanta Journal, Atlanta newspaper, back in around 90, yeah. They did a story about a guy in Woodstock, Georgia, that had a big collection of lunchboxes.
Okay.
So I read it and that was cool. I
Right.
said, I want to get in touch with this guy.
But deep down in your mind, you're like, I can outdo this.
Yeah, I want to see what he's got.
Right, right.
So I found out who he was, and I called him and talked to him. I said, are you interested in selling any of your boxes?
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, as a matter of fact, we want to add on to our house. We want to do some remodeling. I'll sell the whole collection.
Oh, wow.
So me and my wife ended up there
Right.
in a high top conversion van. I bought his whole collection. It was 300 or 400 boxes.
Wow.
And we ended up, my wife, Bonnie, was in the passenger seat with lunchboxes on the floor, covering her legs.
Oh, wow.
She was filled up with lunchboxes. We were
Right.
full of lunchboxes.
There's
Drove
nothing
back-
wrong with that.
Drove back to Columbus.
Right.
So in 1990, I heard that Robert Carr had passed away, that he died.
Okay.
So I called and talked to Ms. Carr and said that I would be interested in the collection. I'd love to see it. Is it for sale? She said that she was going to sell the collection.
Mm-hmm.
And it was almost 700 boxes
Wow.
and thermoses and a lot of research material.
Right.
So I got me a flight. I flew up to St. Louis. She
Right.
picked me up at the airport, went and looked at it, and a great collection, you know, about
Right.
700 pieces.
Right.
And she said, now I've got people from California and New York looking
Mhm.
also at the collection.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, so Miss Carr, I'll do something that they probably wouldn't do. And she said, well, what's that? I said, if you will sell me the collection, I'll write a book on lunchboxes, and
Right.
I'll do the dedication of the book will be to Bob Carr and his
Oh,
family.
wow.
And so she sold me the collection, and sure enough, special thanks to Bob Carr and his family.
The
and
icing,
the
on
book.
the,
That's
the icing
great.
on the cake, as
Yep.
it is, right?
Right. So I got a rental hall truck,
Right.
large truck.
Right.
Rented it up there, and it was snowing.
Oh gosh.
We loaded up the truck, and I
Right.
drove it back to Columbus, Georgia.
Oh,
And
that's
then we
great.
I did the book in 90, and we opened the museum. And the rest is history.
Amazing history.
We had people from all over the country and even from other countries that have been interested.
So seeing your collection back there, you're kind of more on the CBS Morning Show. Wow.
They were here from New York.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
We're
cool.
originally from New York too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
So
was-
we've had wonderful publicity. People, it's a real feel-good kind of
Oh, it is.
museum. You know,
Yeah.
it's a time capsule.
So many memories. Yeah.
Capsule.
So most,
People
I saw all the ones
most
I
of your
had as a
favorite
kid.
ones back there seem to be a lot of superhero and Disney, huh?
Right. Well, that came later,
Okay.
you know, but, you know, the Dick Tracy and 54 Superman,
Right.
Yeah.
the Lone Ranger,
Yeah.
Gene Autry, Roy
Exactly.
Rogers, all of that. The Space Cadet,
Mhm.
you know, Tom Colbert,
Right.
all of those were back in the 50s and early 60s.
Is that
And
what you're-
every TV show, all the sitcoms, they had to be on the lunchbox because what better marketing
Oh,
tool
exactly.
Yeah,
than
for
you get to
kids.
get kids to take a TV show
Yep.
to school with them.
So
And it
walking
reminds them
commercial.
That show's on TV too. So mom and dad,
Yeah.
we gotta watch this
So
show.
it was great advertising and marketing
Right.
for the people that did the show.
Right.
So, and then Rambo was the last metal lunchbox.
That's amazing.
Up as far as the collectibles, up to
Right.
then, Rambo 1985. A group of moms down in Florida got together and they went to the state legislature saying these lunchboxes are dangerous weapons. Kids are fighting with them. Can you imagine in the 80s saying a lunchbox
Is
is
a
a
weapon,
dangerous
yeah.
But anyway, they outlawed them in Florida and then it spread all over the United States.
Yep,
And
I
Rambo
remember.
was the last real collectible metal lunchbox of what would be
That's cool.
written in the book.
That's
Then
awesome.
what happened after that though, even in the book, we had foreign lunchboxes were
Mm-hmm.
popular also.
Right. Right. We
And
saw
so-
those from Italy and
Yeah.
Spain and.
Yeah, Japan,
Mhm.
China.
Yeah,
all over.
Japanese is
Yeah.
very popular.
So it's been a great, wonderful journey. You know, it's real rewarding because people really enjoy it.
Oh yes, very much so. Very much
That's
so.
Yeah.
great. Thank you so much, Mr. Woodall.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Absolutely.
The do not enter signs. So,
Come on back.
oh man, guys, look at this. Wow, the old Plymouth.
1960 Plymouth Fury convertible. One of the rarest.
1960
Look at
Plymouth convertible. Wow.
Look at the fender skirts, stainless steel.
Yeah, this is. Did it come in this condition or did you restore it?
No, I can't.
Original
Steering wheel too.
Fury. Wow.
Steering wheel.
Wow. This is amazing. This
How
is
about that, Warren?
all original.
That is a tank there.
Oh, hey, from right here, that is art right there.
That is art.
That's art. Look at the stainless steel in the wheel well, in the wheel well, stainless steel.
Yes. That's amazing. I love this.
That's a 60 Fury. This is a 59 Chrysler.
59 Chrysler 300.
One of only 26 that are known.
This puts the Chrysler 300s to today to shame.
Look at the Benz. That red one will be a compliment too.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's a 59 in the 60.
Yeah. This definitely puts the 300s to me today to shame.
Isn't that cool?
It sure is.
Do a 4-barrel.
How about it, Warren?
That's beautiful.
You got the double carb.
Pretty.
It's got a couple of little spots, but this is one of only 26. No,
This is one of 26 available right now, huh?
one of only 26
It's known.
to exist.
Wow. That's absolutely amazing.
Beautiful shape.
So guys, don't expect this when you come, okay? This is an exclusive tour.
Which one do you like the best?
Which one I like the best? The Fury.
Yeah.
I like the Fury.
When X gets here, see, this is a 59 and the 60 will be here. I'm gonna put
Right.
them side by side. I'm gonna pull that one to the front, and I'll have the 59 and the 60. No, I think what I'm gonna do.
59 and the
I'm gonna
60,
put
that's
the
great.
60.
So guys, help us out. Which one do you like better? The 300
And you know what I think was it?
or you like the Fury?
Put it down and put it down.
I'm partial to the Fury.
I'm not going
In
out.
here. Okay.
Look
Oh,
at that beauty.
yeah, we'll take it then. I have it. Since you got it clean.
With the sparkle floor. All original.
Check on her.
Amazing.
So here's the outside of the River Market Antiques and the Lunchbox Museum. The giant dinosaur on the top of there was actually put together by Allen and his family. Guys, come and check this out. It's an amazing place. So outside in the driveway, there's old pieces of antique equipment too. This old farming equipment here. Old wrought iron fencing here. An engine block. Once you're in the parking lot, this is the entrance here to get into it. This is a piece of a jet engine right here. Old railroad crossing signs. Wow. Check this.
We've got a couple of lights on.
Old time saloon. Old whiskey signs. The liquor signs.
Whiskey sign from the 50s.
These whiskey signs are from the 50s. Wow. It's like your own little speakeasy back here.
Come over here, I want to show you this. I think you, oh, how about this floor and everything?
It's amazing.
That's
This
amazing.
originally was a tile, marble and tile sales place.
Oh, really?
Really?
We could all have examples of
Right, so they just
mosaics and all
remained.
that. And
That's
look, going up the steps, all that marble.
right.
Oh my gosh.
All the gas pumps, toppers here. Old railroad lightings. Rolls Royce.
Now, that's what I want you to see.
That,
Stand back a little bit, and I want to explain that to you.
sure.
That's on the grills on the top, that's a Rolls Royce on the left and a Bentley.
Right.
Those are originals that came out of a Rolls Royce dealership along with that sign
Uh-huh.
out of a dealership in Europe, and it closed back in the 80s.
Wow.
And the big bronze statues of the Flying Lady,
Right.
just like on the hood ornament,
Uh-huh.
those came out of the show. Those are bronze, and they're signed by the artist. And they came out of the showroom over there in a Rolls Royce dealership in Europe.
It's amazing.
Isn't that a beautiful display?
It really is. Nobody can ask for a better display.
No,
Nobody can.
no, I agree.
Those are beautiful.
Wow. Right in the middle of the old railroad lamp there.
That's an old, yeah, that's a locomotive headlight.
Mm-hmm. Were those gas powered at one point, or they were
Acetylene.
Acetylene.
They were, yeah, gas.
like kerosene? Or
Kerosene, yeah. Yeah.
that's amazing. It's like, who wouldn't love to have an office like this? This is a lucky man to come in here and say, I'm going to my office. Go to your office and have some fun.
How you like the clock back here?
I love that clock.
That's it originally came out of an old garage in Atlanta, Georgia, from back in the 40s.
That's an amazing piece of history right there.
Definitely.
It's amazing.
Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining us on our trip to the Lunchbox Museum. It was
So much
amazing. A huge thanks to Allen Woodall for taking so much time to talk to us, show us his collection, his private collection. I mean, he's an amazing guy to talk to, really cool guy.
Yeah.
We had a great time, we learned so much, and it was really amazing to talk to him,
Right.
to see everything.
Right. Those are a little behind the scenes that we got to see.
Yeah.
He
We had an extra special trip to the Lunchbox Museum. It was great.
I don't know, he kind of just fell in love with us and what we did and everything, and
He's just a really cool guy to talk to. Like, if you ever stop by, chat with him. He's a great guy.
yeah, very personable.
And yeah, he took so much time with us, and it was really,
Yeah.
we had a great time. And we'll definitely be back. There's a couple Lunchboxes I think I want to pick up someday.
Yeah, so the Lunchboxes in the museum can be purchased.
Yeah. So we're gonna throw a couple links down below. We're gonna link a CBS interview with him. From like CBS in New York came down here
The
to
morning
interview
show.
him. Yeah.
Sorry about the tail in the way. Apologize. Leia thinks this is her world.
So we're gonna throw a link to that and another interview, their web page and their Facebook page. So if anybody's interested, you can check that out. For anybody who's not anywhere in the area, I hope you get to enjoy this through this video. For anybody who is in the area or passing through, it is definitely a must-see. Stop in. Like, it's just such a great collection, so much nostalgia, so much like stuff to remember. It's just great. It's a really great place.
Don't know if you guys saw it also, but he actually published a book of the Lunchboxes in the area. That's in this video. You can go back and watch that again. But he did publish the book, so you can pick that up. Support them. Support them in any way. They're all about fun, guys. That's what we're about. That's what you guys are about. They're about fun.
Yep.
He likes to relive his childhood.
So yeah.
So many ways he likes to relive it. Between his cars, his what he has in the shop. You know, it's all about fun.
Yeah, toys. There's so much stuff to see. So it was a great time. I think one of my favorite geek adventures so far. Like we had a really good time.
Yeah.
And so again, huge thanks to Allen for taking so much time with us and talking to us. We had a great time. And yeah.
Leia has input too, so yeah.
Yeah, tell the people.
Tell your friends.
All right.
It's raining. She's a little crazy, so.
So thanks again, guys, and we'll see you all again soon.
And we out.